the scriptures we have different interpretations as what that means.
Mm-hmm.
The image of God. So what do you mean by the image
Okay.
of God?
In theology, we have different interpretations.
In the Bible.
Okay.
In Genesis, God says that we've created them in our image. Let them dominate over the earth and multiply.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 1:26.
He doesn't tell us what the image of God is there. We have to draw it by inference from what we are as human beings and what we know of God from the scriptures. And I know that theologically the relational or functional definitions of the image of God have become popular, especially in more liberal theology recently. And the question that theology students are challenged with now is the image of God substantival or relational? Well, I'm here to tell you it's substantival, not relational. You see, I'm solving that great theological problem right here for us. I've never been able to make sense of a relational understanding or a functional understanding of the image of God. It has to be substantival. And the substance of it logically has to come from those aspects of human personality or human life, what we are as human beings, that have a close analogy to what God is. We're not all powerful, all knowing. We're not perfect beings the way He is. But we do share some things with God, and I have to assume the things we share with God are the things that are the image of God within us. We share creativity, although it's expressed differently. We don't create ex nihilo. We share reason and logic. He's obviously a reasonable being. We share moral feeling. He feels moral outrage at the evil that men do. We feel moral outrage when we've been offended by what people do.
The functional view is a sharing of the qualities that God has in ruling over the earth. He rules over the whole universe, and He has given in His own power us the ability to rule over His creation.
That doesn't satisfy me.
No, I'm not looking to satisfy you. I'm looking to be biblical.
Oh, I see where you're going now with that. Let us make man in our image and let him have dominion over. I'm going to argue that is a matter not that let us make man in our image, and that image is the fact that he has dominion. It is let us make man in our image, and because he's in our image, he can have dominion over. They're two different things, but one is causative of the other. If mankind were just a higher animal, we had no creativity, no reason, no moral feeling, we were merely a higher form of mammal, as the evolutionists would contend, many of them, then we would not be suited to have dominion. Because dominion, rulership over something, over anything, requires reason. It requires creativity, a certain level of creativity. It requires a certain moral feeling. And if you lack those things, you're going to be a very bad ruler. So I'm going to argue, God said, let's make man in our image. Give him creativity, give him reason, give him moral feeling. And because he has those things that are the image, he can have dominion over the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, and all the creatures. Because he knows how to do it, and he can come up with creative ways to do it, and he has the moral values to let him do it properly.